Everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I am always on the hunt for great cards. Today is Friday, or shall I say tonight is Friday. That's right, it's late night, Dorking with Dice, and I am joined tonight by the pack opening machine.
Hi.
He is here for the second time this week to help me with an episode, and it's a good thing, too, because it's late in the day, and I have been driving all over Utah today. I had to drive a relative to the airport, and I'm out of sorts. I don't even know what I'm doing. What is going on right now? What are we doing?
We're doing Dorking with Dice, and
How does that work exactly? I see. What is this object?
it's called the dice.
Oh, okay.
The dice.
Okay. It looks kind of weird, but if you say so.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird because it's got 20 sides, which is not exactly a normal.
Oh, that is pretty unusual. So why do we have that? What's that for?
Because we're in the video, we're going to roll it, and if it gets I don't know, a random number, 13 maybe, 13, then we'd take pack 13 of the box. This has 20 sides, like I mentioned, and this has 20 packs. And then 1, 10, and 20 are special packs. And then the 17 is fairly special too, because we sometimes roll a lot.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Pack Opening Machine, for explaining so well what Dorking with Dice is and how it works and all of that, because I don't think I have it in me to explain all of that. So I'm really glad that you did. We do indeed have some great packs in the box, including some awesome packs in 1, 10, and 20. Got a big jumbo cello pack in pack 17 slot, and also added some new packs into the box that we have not opened on the channel before. I mean, none of these are new packs. These are all vintage packs from the 80s and 90s, and they're all baseball because that is what is being played right now, and it's a whole lot of fun to watch baseball in the summer. So let's roll our first one and see what the pack is. And who's going to open it?
Me.
That is because you are the pack opening machine. That is what you do.
Yep, that's me.
All right. What is our first pack going to be? It is pack 12. Pack 12 is what we go for first. Well, I happen to know on good authority that this one is pack 10, so that means 11 and 12. What do we have in here? 12 is 1992 Fleer Ultra. Always loved Fleer Ultra. It was kind of Fleer's answer to Stadium Club, and they're beautiful cards. You get 14 cards out of this pack. Looking for Tony Gwynn subset cards, and there are inserts that you can pull out of here, and I don't remember if Tony Gwynn, I think, if I'm remembering right, and I'm not sure I am, but I think that Tony Gwynn signed a certain small number of cards for this particular set as well. So if we're really, really super lucky, we might pull a Tony Gwynn autograph card. That would be wild and crazy and very, very unlikely, but you never know. So we will find out right now, because pack opening machine has got our Fleer Ultra cards.
Bricked.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they are a little bit bricked. You're right. All right. Well, maybe they'll come apart. They're coming apart pretty easily. I'm just kind of gently moving them there with my fingers, and they're doing all right. Mark Whitten chasing down a fly ball in the outfield for Cleveland back in those days, and you can see it's a nice full bleed card, just like Stadium Club. Actually, like Fleer Ultra a little bit better. There's just something about it I enjoy. And there's the back of it. You get a couple of different pictures. Mark Whitten looks like he's grimacing there. It looks as though someone has just kicked him in a very sensitive place. I'm not sure what's happened to Mark Whitten, but it doesn't look good for him. We got Spike Owen there. Maybe it was Spike Owen who spiked him. I don't know. Royce Clayton from the Giants. And we got Ray Lankford, who was an MLBer for quite a while. Ray Lankford there with the cards. Orlando Merced and Tony Fernandez. There with the Padres. I had forgotten Tony Fernandez ever played for the Padres. He was a really good shortstop, came up with the Blue Jays, and was an excellent fielder for many years in the league. Dick Schofield there for the Angels. He also was in the league for a long time. Dick Schofield, good all-around player. Cal Ripken Jr., there we go. That's what we like to see. Nice Hall of Famer card there, and I do indeed collect Cal Ripken Jr. We will put that one in the Wolf Lair for sure. Chico Walker laying down a bunt for the Cubs. I think he's going to miss it, though. Do you think his bat is going to miss the ball there?
Yeah,
It
probably.
looks like he's going to miss it. It's hard to miss a bunt, in my experience. I feel like that's kind of like pretty basic. You just stick the bat out wherever you see the ball. I don't know.
Yeah, if you see the ball coming this way, then you should probably put the bat here.
Yeah, you don't have to swing the bat. You just kind of shove it out there like that.
Yeah, you don't have to run towards it. You just gotta do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not rocket science, as they say. Roberto Kelly there for the Yankees, and Teddy Higuera, favorite player of Big Al, who is the brother of Rob from Bucks and Six, and Rob has finally launched his own channel. I mentioned it the other day. It is awesome. He is lighting up the video waves, if you want to call him that, and Rob is doing a great job. And I need to link. I will link to Rob's channel in this descriptive box for this video because it's brand new, and you should check it out. He's a super nice guy. He loves collecting, and he has a lot of cool stuff to show you. Rob Deere there came up with Milwaukee, which is Rob's favorite team for Bucks and Six. So we got a special card. Check this out. This is a special card there with the green border. I know that. Greg Hibbard there. Let's check out our special card. It's Tony Gwynn. We got one of the Tony Gwynn cards. It's not autographed, but it is pretty awesome. Tony Gwynn Commemorative Series, as they called it. That is really cool. It is kind of hard to pull those, I have to be honest with you. I haven't been a lot of this product, and they do not come out of that very often. So that is a really great card. That goes in the Wolf Lair for sure. I'm going to put, was it Mark Whitten? I'm going to put Mark Whitten. I'm going to put it backwards there so we can look at the grimacing face of Mark Whitten. Maybe somebody was trying to bunt and the bat errantly slipped out of their hand and hit Mark Whitten in the chest or something. Do you think that's what happened? That seems likely.
Maybe he's looking at something.
He could just be looking. That's probably much more likely what actually happened, in fact. All right, let's roll our second pack. Let's see what we get here. Do you want to be dice rolling machine too? Mm-hmm. All right, excellent. Let's see how we do here. For pack number 2 on Dorking with Dice here on the Card Wolf Network, we got pack 4 is our second pack. Let's see what pack 4 is. We start from 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is one we have not opened on the channel before. Very excited about this. This is awesome. We have not done this one before here. It is 1997 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. And the big stuff that you can pull out of here, I always like to try to pull the sticker cards. They're called stickums, but they are really cool sticker cards, and they're kind of hard to pull. You can also find Ken Griffey Jr. clearly dominant inserts. We pulled a Tony Gwynn insert out of the Fleer Ultra Pack. Can we pull the Griffey Jr. insert out of the 97 Collector's Choice Pack? That would be fantastic. I would love that. All right, let's see what we got here. Are these sticky? No, these are not, and these are not sticky at all. All right, we get an insert right off the top. How about that? It is a Big Show insert. These are foil inserts, and it is Jason Kendall from the Pirates. That is nowhere near as exciting as a Griffey Jr. card, but nonetheless pretty cool to pull an insert right off the top. And put that over there, and then the rest of these look like, well, it's Upper Deck, so Upper Deck stuff is always upside down and backwards.
Yeah,
I don't know why that surprised me. Yeah, you're totally right about that. All right, we got Greg Vaughn there throwing his bat for the Padres, and Tim Belcher looking delighted in the dugout there in Kansas City. Tim Belcher. We got Darren Bragg swinging, and Dennis Eckersley. We got another Hall of Fame. We got a Griffey. What? This is awesome. I cannot believe that. We got a tough Tony Gwynn insert. We got the Eckersley, and then we got a Griffey insert too. That is fantastic. Wow, that is awesome. That is a Collecting 101 Ken Griffey Jr. insert. That is fantastic. Oh, man. That is pretty cool. I did not expect us to get one of those. That is pretty neat. Rookie class, Robin Jennings from the Cubs. Many of you are Cubs fans. Bart and Average Joe and James Barnes, I believe, are all Cubs fans. You guys can tell me if you remember Robin Jennings, who I do not remember at all. We got another backwards card here because it is Upper Deck. And we got Brett Butler looking kind of happy, like he's just kind of having a good time out on the field. Jeter, very nice card there, 1997 Collector's Choice Jeter.
Like
I'll take that.
It looks like he's looking at the ball, and it's about to come that way.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly what he's doing. This is a 1996 all-rookie. This is not a rookie. It is a second year. This is kind of like a Gold Cup card, if you know what I'm talking about with Topps cards. This is kind of what Upper Deck did for their rookies. It is a second-year card of Jeter, but still pretty cool. And there he is with Griffey on the back. That is awesome, man. I don't think I've ever gotten this Jeter card. I don't collect Jeter, but that is a really cool card. That is going in the Wolf Lair for sure. Jeff Cirillo there, and
I don't think he's gonna catch that.
I don't think he's going to catch that either. He's like down on his one toe there. His knees aren't even on the ground. He looks
Also,
completely
he's got a
off balance.
weird facial expression.
He does. I agree with you, Jeff Cirillo. Weird facial expression, likely to miss this ground ball.
He looks like he's about to miss it, and there's a meteor coming from the back because of what he seems to be looking at.
That is an amazing interpretation of this card, and I wholeheartedly supported Pack Opening Machine. Thank you very much. Another Jeter. We got double Jetered. Well, if you're going to get 2 cards of somebody, I say that is not so bad. Double Jetered. If you collect Jeter and you want one of these, let me know. I'll be happy to mail it to you. Fred McGriff, another Hall of Famer. Man, that pack was fire. We got several Hall of Famers out of there and a Griffey insert as well. That is some pretty awesome stuff. How about that? That was a good pack.
Yeah.
That was really good. All right. I am delighted about that. We've got Mark Whitten and Jeff Cirillo, both sideways cards and both making faces at the camera. There goes the dice rolling machine reaching all the way across there with his giant claw. What's going to be our third pack? Sir, can you roll it up for us, see what we get? It is pack 8. I will count backwards from the 10 pack, which is here. That's 9. And 8 is Bowman. Wow, I don't know if we've ever opened this on the channel. 1999 Bowman. I put this in the box a few weeks ago, and I don't know if we've ever opened one of these. Pretty weird packs, quite honestly. They have this sort of window here where you can see part of the card, and I don't know. On the back, it's also a little bit transparent, so you can. They're weird packs. I remember when these came out. This is 1999 Series 1 Bowman. You can get autographs out of here. You can get gold cards and all kinds of inserts and rookie stuff going on. They really loaded up Bowman in the late 90s, I can tell you that.
I think that's kind of funny because you can see the player's legs and you can see the upper half of this guy's body.
It almost connects, but not quite. I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
It's just a little off.
It is. It is a little off. And that pitcher for the Cubs seems like maybe he was a little off too. I don't know. Let's see what we have here from this 1999 Bowman pack. We got some... what is this? Is this the checklist? I'd forgotten that you get a checklist in each pack of these. That is something I had completely forgotten. We'll put that over there. Juan Guzman, during his tenure with the Orioles, that is kind of weird. Honestly, I'd kind of forgotten that Juan Guzman was even with the Orioles. The camera seems not to want to focus on that. I don't know. I actually don't. I don't remember him being with the Orioles. I'm not sure that this card really should exist. I remember him being with the Blue Jays for years, and he was an ace for them. And then, well, the Orioles did have a habit of picking up players after their best years were behind them. The Orioles in the 90s, they seemed to love to get those kind of players. I could list many of them: Glenn Davis, Harold Baines, Sosa, all kinds of guys. That's just a very small partial list. So it makes sense that they would pick up Juan Guzman late in his career. Todd Walker there, and Paul O'Neill, a Yankee great, and Jack Crescent, who I do not remember. That is a player I do not remember. Apparently he pitched for the Red Sox for a few minutes. Kurt Schilling and J.M. Gold. J.M. Gold? I don't remember that guy either. This is the blue ones, I guess, are rookies. You can see some of these. I think the veterans are the red ones, and then the blue ones, I think, must be rookies or maybe even prospects. Mr. J.M. Gold looks like he would try to give you a nice rate on a loan at the bank, in my opinion. Nick Johnson there, and Jared Sandberg. Now, I have to think Jared Sandberg is somehow related to Ryan, but yeah, he is the nephew of Ryan Sandberg. His father, Dell, is Ryan's brother. That's how those relationships work when somebody's your nephew, as I understand it. I'm not an expert on family trees, but I'm pretty sure that's generally how it goes. And he had 8 RBIs in his last high school game. Jared did, not Ryan, who is his uncle. That's how all that works, in case you were wondering. If anybody's a huge... Actually, several of you are huge Sandberg collectors, so maybe you'd want that card. I don't know. Odd. John Smoltz, another Hall of Famer there, and we do get a foil card. It's Ben Grieve, who I believe won Rookie of the Year when he came up, which was... This is not his rookie card at all, but he did win. I think he did win Rookie of the Year. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken about that. We'll leave Ben Grief foil card on top there. What do you have there, sir? Is that the checklist?
Yeah, this is the expanded checklist.
The expanded checklist. Yes. Nice. What is this? I don't even know what this is about. This
Me
is
neither.
guaranteed value $125 certificate request card. What is even going on there? I don't even know what that is.
Did we get $125?
I think if we got into the Card Wolf time machine and traveled back to 1999, we might have a chance at that. But
Yeah.
I don't have a way to do that, so that's not going to happen. I'll put this somewhere really safe. Do you want to roll the next number for us? All right, pack 4. What is it going to be on Late Night Dorking with Dice? Co-hosted by Card Wolf and the pack opening machine. It's pack 19 is what we have here. Pack 19. Put that there. 19's easy to get because it's second to last, and it is an actual wax pack. Love that. 1988 Topps wax pack.
It's probably going to have expired gum at it.
It is, yeah. 1988 Topps definitely has some gum in there, so I'll let you handle that. And if you need to put on some sort of protective glove, you can go ahead and do that if you're going to be handling that gum. All right, let's see how we do here. How's that gum look?
It's orange. It turned orange.
It is kind of orange. It's almost like a... Well, that is an unnatural color for anything, much less bubble gum. That is not good. You're not going to put that in your mouth, are you?
No, I'm going to put it in the trash.
All right, very good. Let's see what our cards are. Let's get rid of that gum and see what our actual cards are. We got Joe Carter with the Indians. Of course, Joe Carter famous for his time with the Blue Jays, and I've been getting a lot of Joe Carter cards. Have you guys noticed that? I feel like I pull a Joe Carter card every week because I'm always tempted to say it is John Burgess's or one of his favorite players, and I actually don't know if that's true. And John doesn't really watch the channel very much anymore because he's away in Aruba soaking up the rays on the beach for the last several months. We got Greg Gross there from the Phillies, who looks startled as well. Do you think Greg Gross saw a meteor coming down as well?
Maybe.
I think he may have.
Or
We've
maybe
got,
the ball got burned up in the sun or something.
Maybe it did. That would be a remarkable thing there. Greg Gross and another, we got two alliterative players, Randy Reddy and Greg Gross, and then Mickey Hatcher, who is not alliterative at all. But Mickey Hatcher was in the league for a long time. Future stars Mike Campbell for Seattle and Larry Anderson, who, I don't know, there's something about the chain that he's wearing that looks very out of place. Larry Anderson looks like he's ready to sell you a used car, but then he's got that chain on there. It's a weird image. Jim Rice, we got another Hall of Famer there, the great outfielder for the Red Sox, Jim Rice, home run slugger extraordinaire. Jim Rice was quite a fearsome hitter back in those days. And then we get our important propaganda card there. You gotta finally get an Orioles card. I think we've only gotten one. And honestly, that Guzman card I'm still suspicious about. I feel like that is from some alternate reality where Juan Guzman played for the Orioles. I don't remember it, so it didn't happen. Dave Schmidt there, looking delighted. Gary Renicky, who played for the Orioles, and there he is with the Braves. I don't remember Gary Renicky playing for the Braves, so I'm suspect about that as well. Pete Rose, there we go. That's a nice one. Pete Rose not in the Hall of Fame yet, but it seems likely that will happen pretty soon, so we'll flare that. Leon Durham and Jack Lazorko. I feel like you could use his last name as an insult. Pack opening machine, you're such a Lazorko.
Hey.
Gary Lucas and Harold Reynolds, who is now an announcer and a pretty good one. Carlton Fisk, wow, man, we've got some Hall of Famers tonight. Pudge Fisk there, pretty great. I had mentioned I thought Carlton Fisk was maybe the best catcher of all time. People corrected me on that misperception of mine, and I appreciate that. There were several other contenders that people put up, and I thought that they were all quite valid answers, honestly. I thought that they were all totally valid. All right, we're going to do one more pack, or are you all done?
Yeah, I want to do one more pack.
You sure your dice-throwing arm isn't all worn out?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm fine.
All right, very good. Let's do one more pack. Pack opening machine says he has the stamina. I don't know if his dad does, but he does. It is pack 3. Pack 3 is what we were going for here. We didn't hit one of our big packs yet again. Didn't hit one last week either. I can't remember. Did we do pack 2 or pack 4?
I
think we did pack 4.
Yeah.
So this is actually pack 3. All right, what did we get? What is it that you have there in your hot little hands? It is Fleer, 1990 Fleer. All right. Well, you know, we had some nice packs tonight, and we did hit one or two that we have not opened on the channel before, so I'm pretty pumped about that, and those were a lot of fun. We have opened 1990 Fleer many times on the channel before, but that's okay. We got a sticker card to start things off, and it is a quad sticker for the Twins, Yankees, Padres, and Giants. And I think there are stadiums on the back of these. No, it's a trivia. All right, trivia quiz. Excellent. Late night trivia quiz with pack opening machine and Card Wolf. All right. Where did the Yankees play home games in 74 and 75? It was not in Yankee Stadium. I'm sure of that. It should be pretty clear where they played. If they couldn't play in the Bronx, yes, they did indeed play at Shea Stadium where the Mets were, and this because they were remodeling the Bronx for those couple of years. Which team joined the National League along with the Padres in 1969? That's a little before your time, I think.
Yeah, by a bit.
By a bit, yes. All right, any guesses? Any guesses? I'm going to say Expos, and it is indeed the Expos. All right, very good. So there's your trivia knowledge for the evening. Danny Gladden there, fielding and looking skeptical for the Minnesota Twins. We got Sandy Alomar Jr. and Dave Winfield. Nice. Wow, that is an awesome smile from Dave Winfield. I love that card. That is great. Dave Winfield often had pretty nice expressions on his face for his cards. I will say that. Dave Winfield, delighted to be playing baseball. He could have played basketball as well. He was drafted in both. Put that in the wolf lair. We've got a pile of Hall of Famers over here. I'll review those in a minute. Glenn Wilson with his hands on his hips looking sassy. Yes, doesn't he? He looks so sassy right there. Devon White, excellent player for the Angels. Always liked Devon White a lot. Fred McGriff, we've been McGriffed twice, and Jetered twice, which I have no issue with. I'm happy for that to happen. Those are both great players. And Fred McGriff, of course, a Hall of Famer now, so that is justifiably right. Scott Hemond and Mark Gardner. I don't know why they would put those two dudes on the same card. They have nothing in common.
Yeah, and they don't look alike either.
Excellent point. That should be the rationale for putting the same guys on the same card, is that they look the same. That would be awesome. I wish that Topps or Fleer or whoever would have done that. That would have been fantastic. But these guys do not look alike. They do not play the same position. One's in the American, one's in the National League. And I'm perplexed as to whatever caused Fleer to do that. Rick Dempsey with the Dodgers. This is truly wrong and disturbing. Rick Dempsey, of course, came up with the Yankees, but best known for his many years with the Orioles. A guy I always really liked, a guy who the fans really liked. He always came out for the fans and really was super friendly. World Series MVP 1983, Rick Dempsey. I don't believe he ever played for the Dodgers. This card is from a different reality as well. Scott Coolball? What? I've never heard of this guy either. This whole pack is from a different reality. It is bizarre.
Scott's got a cool ball?
Yeah, he's got a cool ball.
Oh.
Thanks for pointing that out. Andre Scalaraga there, who I always want to say his nickname was the Big Cat, and I think I'm right, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me in the comments. Danny Tartabull and Mike Witt. His son plays, I believe his son plays in the, is it Mike Witt's son? I don't know. Bobby Witt Jr., Bobby Witt's son. It's probably Bobby Witt's son. Maybe it's Mike, maybe he's Mike Witt's nephew, which would mean that Mike and Bobby Sr. are brothers. That's how that works. We got John Moses here and Steve Wilson, who looks delighted, and Lou Whitaker, sweet Lou Whitaker, who should be a Hall of Famer but is not. And that is how you do dorking with dice, I should say. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is indeed. Brought to you by the Pack Opening Machine and Card Wolf. We are delighted to be with you tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. Did we have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure did. We had a great time. That was awesome. I will see you back here on Monday to open a box sent in by one of you awesome people. I love it, and I cannot wait to get into it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and thank you so much. And as always,
happy collecting.
There we go.